Hey there, everybody. How y'all doing today? Nice Thursday here. I was actually a little lazy this morning, didn't get up and do my walk. I thought we were going to have rain, and I just kind of settled myself in and I slept in a little bit. Feels good. You got to listen to the body sometime. I don't know if it's because we've been having more rain lately, or it could. I did a video a little while back, about the Lava Love CBD oil. I've been using that regularly. I use a couple of doses every night, and man, I've been sleeping just really good. In fact, I usually crash on the couch watching Netflix, wake up, and then go to bed, and then, man, sleeping all through the night. But anyhow, I want to talk about gas and bloating on the raw food diet today. I do videos every day, so why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button now, and then be sure and click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I go through that little spiel every single day, and it's ironic, but last night I had seen somebody that I follow in a different niche, not anything to do with food, that was going to do a live, and he had posted something on Facebook, and I didn't see it on YouTube, and I went through there, and sure enough, I wasn't getting, excuse me, I wasn't unsubscribed from his channel, but I wasn't getting any updates. I mean, I wasn't getting anything that showed it, so I went in there on his channel and clicked on that little bell. Ergo, why I say that every day. This is just going to be real common sense. I get asked this question a good bit, and I stay in my lane on this thing. I don't try to get into the deep stuff, and when people try to tell me they got all these special circumstances, honestly, I'm like, well, probably somebody, if you got all these special circumstances, probably somebody a lot better than me that can help you. But I think a lot of the time people think they have special circumstances. They just don't quite understand their body when they come to this lifestyle, the differences. So I thought I would just give my simple thoughts on it today. Your mileage may vary on this. One of the biggest things, and I do have a couple of notes down here just for a few of the points. One of the biggest things is when you come to eating on this raw vegan lifestyle, raw food diet, most people are generally taking in so much more fiber than what they were taking when they ate the standard American diet. Or even if you aren't eating the worst of the worst standard American diet, most people were still just not taking in the amount of fiber that they are taking in now. A lot of times, you're taking in 2 to 3 times as much fiber, and it can take your body a little time to adapt to this and to process this and to get used to doing this. And also, too, it has to do, and this is over my head and stuff, with different bacterias in the body, different bacterias that are for eliminating like dead animals, dead products, and there's different bacterias for this fiber. So the bacteria, the more you're eating this fiber, the more the bacteria will grow, and the easier it will be for you to digest it all. That's about as scientific as I can get right there. A lot of it, I think, just simply. I know this is talked about. Food combining is talked about all the time. But I think it always comes back to simple food combining, and people have stepped away from simple food combining. Whether it's a recipe or whether somebody's telling me they have this problem because they've eaten this, and this, my mind just kind of goes blank, and I just start hearing white noise after I hear something where you ate something that you've got, 5 or 6 or several different things combined. And some of the things, I just see wonky combinations all the time. I keep it simple. I try to, number one, this is just food combining for dummies. I don't eat melon with anything else, and I like to give myself a window around melon. I like juicier fruits first. I find, that, like I've talked about in a number of videos recently, how that just kind of sets the day as you build the day. You start with your juicier and go on through. I've just found since I've been doing this that keeping combinations simple just worked for me. Not trying to figure out exactly, okay, will this combine with this? Will this combine with that? I've just kind of developed a natural instinct for like, yeah, this will combine. For instance, like a lot of people, the one thing that some people can't, although I can digest it fairly easily, no problem, is the cruciferous vegetables. And I even notice when I eat the cruciferous vegetables that if I eat, too much of them at one time or whatever, that I can tend to get some bloating from that. But what I always like to do, and I had this salad that I used to eat all the time. I guess it's just because I don't get the massive amounts of cheap broccoli like I used to. I used to call it the gut broom, and I would put my broccoli in in my food processor and chop it up real fine, so I wasn't having to chew through all that and break it down completely. But a lot of people have problem with that. So there are certain things like cruciferous vegetables that some people may not be able to deal with so well, and a lot of people say, oh, we're not supposed to be eating those. But generally just keeping the combination simple. With I don't get bloated, but I can kind of equate some of this stuff to the slowing down and the speeding up of my digestion. I notice when I'm eating too much fat, when I'm combining too much fat with, with all the fruit I'm eating during the day, and even if I'm eating salad at night, when I'm having too much fat, that tends to slow my digestion down. As for combos, I'm trying to think of anything. I don't really have any. I've just naturally learned how to combine my food. Like I say, there's nothing. I'm trying to think of all the combinations that I do. That's why I don't have to follow many rules. Like a typical day for me will be watermelon juice, and then maybe some mangoes or mangoes and bananas, and then some smoothie, and ice cream, and a salad at night. When I have a salad at night, like when I'm not eating, just all fruit, it will be fruit all through the day, a nice big smoothie during the middle of the day, and then like a salad at night with usually low fat, no fat, low fat. And I don't know. I feel like I'm always on this lifestyle. I'm the opposite. People talk about being bloated all the time. I always have felt light on this lifestyle. So I'm kind of rambling on the combining part, but just keep the combination simple. If you don't try to get out there and mix up a bunch of stuff, and you know what? I'm sorry. Somebody like the one that keeps popping in my head for just horrible examples of combos, and somebody will probably try to give me some deep, long explanation on why they do this, but mixing bananas and avocados. Now, to me, that just seems like a gut bomb right there. But, there's certain things, but just keep your combination simple. Another thing is hydration. Hydration. Like, once again, equating more, since I don't bloat that much, but equating like how I'm very aware of my digestion slowing down, speeding up where it is normally. When I'm not hydrated, my digestion is slower. So it does go to reason that a lot of people are going to have their more chance of experiencing bloating if you're not properly hydrated. Also, eating too fast, just cramming too much food into you at one time, and your body, no matter whether it's good food, bad food, whatever, cannot just process it that fast, and it'll take a while to get it through there. So it's really simple. And I know there's going to be the people out there. It just seems like the body is an odd thing, huh? There's going to be some people that no matter what, it just doesn't seem. They have to work at it or they have to figure something out. But for most people, it's just simple combining, just a few simple rules. If you're making simple combinations, if you're understanding that if you're new to this lifestyle, it's going to take a little while to adjust to it, keeping yourself hydrated. But it's really not that difficult a problem to solve. And once again, I'll just go back to your old food journal. If you're getting bloated, keep a food journal. Write down everything you're eating, and then you'll be able to read that back to somebody, and somebody will be able to say, well, it's because of this. And 9 times out of 10, when somebody does that, the person's going to be like, well, yeah, you're eating all this, you got all this stuff going on. You're mixing this and this and this and this and this and this. Almost every video I could end with, I'm going to always say the simpler is always going to be the better. And when you're asking me questions, you really have to understand that that's where I'm coming from. That when somebody throws something out there, well, I ate this today. I don't quite know how to process when I'm thinking like, okay, I ate 5 foods today. I just, it's just not saying it's wrong, not saying you can't be very healthy, not bloat, not have any digestion problems. But the only way I know how to do this lifestyle is a very, very simple version of it. All the trends, all the terms I constantly get at. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think about this detox, this island, intermittent fasting, blah, 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 blah. There's all these little trending things that go around. I'm just staying the course. I eat a simple raw vegan diet. I don't stress over if I'm eating 100% raw all the time. And yeah, simple works. Simple's worked for me, but then again, I guess I'm just a kind of a simple person. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.